Hello everyone, welcome back to Beauty Meets DIY. Thank you so much for watching. This is Helen. So today I bring to you something a little different. It's a canvas wall art, and we're going to need one of these placemats from the Dollar Tree. So basically what I'm showing you here is when I look at this, I envisioned a vase. I know that you probably don't see that, but that's what I see. So basically, I'm just showing you the guide. I'm guiding you as to how to go about outlining this so that you can go ahead and cut it afterwards, so that in the end, what you're left with is a vase, which is what I see when I saw this mat. So here I'm just showing you an example of the one that I cut out previously. So again, I'm showing you the outline so you can follow along the lines as they say, and then that way you can go ahead and cut it out the same way if you too want to go ahead and create this as well. So basically what I'm doing here is that I looked through my stash and I found this little beaded flower, and I'm just gluing it to the middle of my vase here just to create a focal point. Just like this. Now I'm using one of these beautiful blue diamond acrylic gems from the Dollar Tree as well, and some of these gemstone stickers from the Dollar Tree as well. I'm actually using a variety of stickers. Some of them I found at Michael's. I'm using some lighter shades of blue, the darker shades of blue, as you can see here. And guys, this is a great opportunity really for you to look through your stash. You know how sometimes us women, we have those little broken pieces of jewelry that we want to get to, and we say, oh, you know, one day I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna hold on to it because I'm gonna fix it, and we never do. And I think this is an opportunity to go ahead and use that in this case. So here what I'm using is a punch holder, because I'm creating a little hole, because I'm gonna go ahead and again use one of those little blue diamond gems, and I wanted to have a place for it to sit on basically. And it's just a little accent that I wanted to give to my vase. You can go ahead and use whatever color gems that you want. You can use pearls, and because honestly this will look beautiful with a fuchsia pink, a lighter pink. In this case I went ahead, as you will see later on in the video, I combined yellow. I think it looks beautiful against this blue, even I would say even a touch of purple even. So again, I'm just grabbing these gemstones, every so often I'm placing them wherever I think it looks nice. And you can go ahead and create any pattern that you like. In the top there, I went ahead and outlined the top of my vase, and this is what it's looking like so far. What I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be creating some little holes. We're going to use one of these string lights from the Dollar Tree. Now these string lights have a total of 10 little lights. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and create 10 little holes on my vase as well. And to support that, I'm going to go ahead and use one of the little tower blocks from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and place it right behind my vase. And I'm sorry that I'm off camera here, guys, I really apologize for that. But I'm using a very thin drill bit just to create a very small hole. You can probably use an X-Acto knife or something with a sharp pointed edge. You don't necessarily have to use a drill bit. This is what I had. So I'm going to go ahead and drill my holes. You can go ahead and do that wherever you want to place them. But like I said, we have 10 lights, so I went ahead and drilled 10 little holes throughout my vase, as I'm showing you here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to hot glue my lights all along the little holes there. Guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts. It really helps me out when you give me a thumbs up, where we interact down below. I want to know what you guys think about this, if this is something that you would recreate, and what's your favorite color. What color accent would you add to make it your own if you was to recreate this vase. So this is what it's looking like so far. I went ahead and glued my light box, and this is the canvas that I'm using. I'm sorry you guys, I don't remember what size it is. I forgot to measure it, but you want it to be large enough so that your vase will fit there, and then later on as you apply your flowers that you have some space enough within your frame. So here I'm using 3 blocks, the tower game blocks. I'm gluing them all 3 together. I'm going to place it right in the middle of the vase. This is going to allow my vase to kind of stick out, give it that 3D effect, and you'll see what I mean coming up. So here, I want my vase to have that inward, I want to glue it in this way, how I'm showing you here, where it's tapered in. And as I'm placing, before I glue it down, I'm gluing it. You want to make sure that it's centered. And I want to go ahead and glue it. You see the light box, our string light, you want to make sure that it's facing outward so that you can later go ahead and turn on and off your light. I'll show you what I mean later. And as I'm gluing it down, I want to glue it right above that wooden trim of the canvas, if that makes sense. So in other words, when you make your hole behind it, you don't want it to be sitting on the wood. You want it to be sitting on the actual canvas material. You'll see what I mean later. So I have these extra little beads hanging, in my stash. Oh, I dropped it and I was so mad. Guys, when you're using your hot glue, be really careful that you don't burn yourself, because that happens to me very often. And it hurts, and that's why I dropped my bead, and it created a little spot on my canvas, but that's okay. I scraped off as much as I could, and my mom gave me a little tip. She said use some white chalk stick, a chalk, and that's what I did, and you can't even see it. So I went ahead and glued my little bead along each side of my vase, and I'm going to glue it down, and that's what's going to help my vase to stay in place and give it that inward appearance, if you know what I mean. This is what it's looking like. Do you see what I'm saying? How it's coming in. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab a blue acrylic diamond gem that we used earlier, and I'm going to place them. This is what would be the top of my vase. And again, I'm gluing it down, and I'm slightly gluing it inward. And this is what it's looking like so far. When I say I am gluing it inward, this is what I mean. I wanted to give you a close-up of how it turned out and how I went about doing that. Yeah. So here I gathered a few of the flowers that I have in my stash, and like I said, in this case I'm using yellow. I think it goes so beautifully together, but again, any color really will go well against these colors. Here for our next DIY, I'm using the spray paint from Walmart. I like it because it dries really fast, and this frame from the Dollar Tree. Here I'm showing you as an insert, you have the option of using the same mat. You can cut it out to size. Or in this case, I opted for using these beautiful tiles that I found. I think it complements the vase really well, because this pattern with the mat, it just reminds me of that blue china, the blue vases or dishes that you see like at Home Goods, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so go ahead and remove these tabs before you spray paint your frame. Now that that's nice and dry, we're going to go ahead and insert our glass and the backing of our frame. I really do recommend that you use your strongest glue, E6000. I'll leave a link down for Amazon down below so you guys can purchase that if you like. In this case, I'm using the Gorilla Glue, but you definitely want to use something strong. I'm using my hot glue because this is a temporary thing for me, you guys, but if you're going to create this permanently, please go ahead and use your strongest glue. Yeah, I wanted the black side to be facing, when you turn around, it's facing the right side up. So again, go ahead and use your strongest glue. These are coasters obviously, but this would be, this is so versatile. I can see there's so many uses to these tiles. I thought they were just so beautiful. You can use them in a backsplash or so many different ways. Just make sure that when you glue them down, that you glue them and they're all centered within your frame. And then I'm just going to go ahead and line the rim right here with some more of those pearl-like gems, stickers from the Dollar Tree. So now to serve as my feet for my little tray, I'm again going to go ahead and I'm going to use these blue, the acrylic gems. And this is what it's looking like so far. This is what I mean when I say that I created a little hole behind the canvas so I can go ahead and turn on and off my light, and I wanted to show you that. And this is the end result. This is what it's looking like right now with the lights off. I think it's absolutely beautiful. This is my little tray. I love the way that it turned out. I think it's so pretty. It has many uses. As you can see, you can put a candle, obviously the way I am doing here. You can use it as a backsplash in a kitchen. That would look beautiful. And my husband also brought up the fact that you can use this for a wine and cheese party, because I mean, you can lay your cheese and your crackers on this little tray and display it really pretty that way. I thought that was a great idea. And this is what it's looking like with the lights off. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful, but I want to know what your thoughts are. I want to know what you think about this. Is this something that you would recreate? And if you do, please let me know how it works out. I would love to see a picture. You can always email me and let me know, and I would love to see how it worked out for you. Let me know what your favorite color is and what colors you would use. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you really soon on the next one. Bye everyone.